All right, guys, good morning. My phone could ring at any minute now, so I'll have to answer that. It's actually afternoon. So I finished my 21. Oh, welcome to Princess Ninja and Keto. And yes, I'm aware that my hair is doing that. I just got out of bed. Okay, so worked a 21-hour shift yesterday. Over a period of 26 hours. I am exhausted physically, emotionally, mentally. But I was able to get about 4.5, 5 hours of sleep. I did not weigh in this morning. I wanted to weigh in this morning. Number one, because my weigh-in day is Sunday. But number two, I know I screwed up a little bit last night. So first, let's talk about the weather. All right, the hurricane was not as bad as they said it was going to be. I was watching the weather towers on our coastline, which is about 19 miles from where I live. And the highest clocked winds was at 41 miles an hour, which is basically a violent summer storm here. We typically get some pretty heavy winds in the summertime when the east and west coastal sea breezes collide right over where we live. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so weather. So praise God, we have some down limbs, we have some down leaves, we have some things knocked over in the backyard, but nothing's broken, everyone's safe, the house is secure. Shingles are intact, so we're in good shape. We were blessed. Praise Jesus. All right, let's move on to number 2, which would be, how did I do last night? So when I uploaded yesterday's vlog, it was around 7 o'clock, and I had done really well for the day. My calories were good. My macros were good. My carbohydrates, total carbohydrates, I still had like 4 left. But last night at around 11 o'clock, which would have been 6 hours past my last meal, I got hungry, and I did not make good choices because I was tired. I felt like I needed sweets. I felt like I needed carbs. I did get into the Lily's chocolate chip. I drank about 3 cups of coffee with heavy cream, made them fluffy coffees. So I didn't do well last night. But you know what? Today's a new day. We're just going to survive and move on. I got about every 40 minutes I got up and took a lap around my house. So I ended up acquiring quite a few steps last night. And today I'm just in survival mode right now. I don't want to sleep too much today because then I won't sleep tonight. So I've got a couple loads of laundry going. I have to report back to work tomorrow at regular scheduled time. I'm going through some banking and some bill stuff. And by the way, praise Jesus again, the credit card company finally credited me back the $2,400. So now I have to call Bank of America and tell them to please reverse their credit because they gave me a temporary credit on my account until they settled the dispute. But the credit card company finally fessed up to their mistake and finally made it right. They also processed a $190 payment and they processed a $41 payment. So I called the issuing bank and I said, look, give me a payoff. I want to pay this card off. Tell me what I have to do. If I have to go to the bank and get a cashier's check, if I have to wire you money, how do I pay this off? And then I'm closing that account and saying goodbye forever. I never want to experience that again. And I'm not so much upset that an employee made a mistake. If when I first called them, they would have said, okay, well, this employee, this is what happened. They accidentally blah, 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 blah. I would have been like, okay, all is forgiven, fix it. That would have been the thing. But the thing is I got charged all these fees that they then had to reverse. Nobody seemed to know what my freaking balance was. So then I had to make other payments to keep from catching late payments. Then I was lied to twice about what happened to my payment. I'm done. I'm done. I can no longer... $2,400, and I know some of you were thinking, oh my God, Melanie, chill. That is a lot of money to trust you with to do the right thing and then to have you lie to me about it. You lied the first time to cover your tracks. Okay, I get it. I get it. You didn't want to get in trouble. You were trying to smooth things out. Okay, I'm a patient, understanding, and loving person. But then you lied to cover up the lie. I'm not having it anymore. I'm not. And it may not be the bank that lied to me. It may be the credit card company that lied to the bank about what's going on to try to cover up their error. I don't know, but all I know now is that for 4 days, I accumulated over 4 hours of my time going between banks, chewing my bank out because they lied and told me my bank denied the check when I have 3 times that amount in that account. They caused me worry, stress, panic, aggravation. They caused me to have to use my lunch breaks, my every break possible. And let me tell you something. I have now spent more time on hold than I have actually speaking to a person who's either been lying to me, denying accountability, or passing the buck to the next bank. So I'm done. Finito. Done. Anyway, so hopefully I can wrap that up with a pretty little bow today and get that underneath me. I have to go to the post office and make a payment. I have to pay my P.O. box, my annual fee, and it went up again. Ugh. So it only went up like $19, but it still went up. Everything. Anyway, I went through some paperwork, shredded some paperwork. I've got another little laundry going. I got a cabinet in my kitchen cleaned out. I'm getting ready to make myself something to eat because it has now been 14 hours since my last food consumption and I'm pretty hungry. All right. Well, I think I've covered everything, and if not, it's because I'm absolutely positively wiped. I am exhausted, guys. I don't know that there'll be any exercise today. I'm just going to function. That's what I'm going to do. So I'll see you with my first meal of the day. All right, guys, this is my first meal of the day. I have this. It's called Free Graze Organic Grass-Fed Beef Burger. It's a 1/4 pound with 2 slices of pepper jack cheese. I've laid it on 2 pieces of romaine lettuce with mayo and mustard. I have this other piece so that I can go bunless. I'm going to lay across here 2 dill pickle stackers, some tomato slices, and of course I had some bacon that I made for meal prep on Sunday that need to be used up, and that is my low carb lunch. All right, guys, I have a 9-ounce New York strip. That's going to be my dinner tonight. I'll explain why this is all I'm eating for dinner. It has not been a great day for weight loss, so it's not been a great day, but I'll explain after dinner. All right, guys, I consumed 20 carbohydrates today, 6 net carbs, 114 grams of fat, 176 grams of protein, and 1,829 calories. All right, guys, everything I did today was keto friendly. However, what you're not seeing in my food vlog is that I had a Too Good peach yogurt. I had another serving of the Lily's chocolate chips. The good news is that all the chocolate chips are gone and out of the house. I had 2 servings of barbecue seasoned pork rinds with 2 tablespoons of Horizon organic sour cream. And then, of course, you saw what I had for dinner. So my calories are a little bit high. My carbohydrates are a little bit high. Probably not going to see weight loss. I'm probably not going to see weight loss just because I slept 3 hours this morning. Then Toby woke me up barking, fussing, wanted to go out. So I took him out. I stayed up for about 3 or 4 hours. I got some things done around the house. And then I went back to bed and I took a nap for about 2.5 hours. So I have had about 5 hours of sleep, but I'm going to tell you right now, the cortisol is probably through the roof. Today, for my positive affirmation, I'm going to congratulate myself for doing such an amazing job of making such great use of my time. let me show you what I have done in the last 24 hours, including working and not having any sleep. So the first thing I did, I don't know if I showed you this morning, was I cleaned out this cabinet. I organized all my dog's medicine and all my dog's vitamins and heart and flea tick stuff. And then of course I made clear an entire shelf. While I was sitting at my command center there, my kitchen table, while I was watching the weather reports and waiting for calls from my company or from the emergency operations center, I took all of my bills for the last year and I punched holes in them and organized them in a folder, and of course made a label for the folder that says, this is for the house. I'm also sanitizing the tub. I used 1 measured cup of Clorox bleach with 1 measured cup of borax powder. And then I put hot water in here and let the jets run from anywhere between 30 and 45 minutes. And yeah, that foam will get funky. That prevents critters, that prevents dust, that prevents mold, that prevents algae from building up in the jets. This is a 2-step process. I actually have turned the jets off now. I'm letting the bubbles settle. Then I will pull the drain and rinse the tub. I also did my mirrors and my sinks and my toilet today. So my bathroom is sparkly clean. Okay, so on a personal note, I think what has triggered all of this need to get organized, need to shred old papers, need to get rid of what I don't have is because 4 years ago this week, I lost my mom. And my mom was a very clean person, but she had so much stuff. You just have no idea how much stuff you have. And then, of course, my dad was a little bit of a pack rat with paperwork and things like that. Like, he had paperwork that we really just didn't need from 2004, 2002, 1990 stuff. And so I think going through that process made me really take a look at what we have. And I'm like, I can't do that to my kids. I can't leave them all this junk to go through. And no matter how much you try to clean and organize, they're going to have to go through your paperwork because there is paperwork you have to keep. There's taxes you have to keep. There's house papers, insurance papers you have to keep. So you're not going to leave your kids a squeaky clean thing. But I just want to make sure that everything is more organized, but also for my husband, because I am the neat freak in our house and he's a pack rat. So I want him to have easy access to things. If something should happen to me and I become incapacitated and I can't tell him where things are. So I have begun the process of putting things in folders like my bills that you just saw and labeling that expenses, dad's estate, 2020, a lot of debt paid off. So if he's looking to see when he paid off a credit card or when we paid something off, he can refer to that folder because it's now labeled. And I'm going to start doing that from here on out. I'm just going to keep a folder, put the year on it, put a label on it, and that, you know, buying that hole punch for bills, for anything that I pay is going to get hole punched and put in that folder. And then every 4 or 5 years, if I'm still around, I will purge those files, only keeping what is absolutely necessary. But anyway, I also went through this cabinet this morning. I went through a folder full of pictures. I sorted those out. Duplicates, I got rid of duplicates because I got a bunch of pictures from my mom. I got a bunch of pictures from my dad, and since they were divorced, I got duplicates of a lot of them. So I kept the pictures that I wanted, and I have them all in one box now. Gotta get those in a photo or decide what I'm gonna do. Like I might do photo books, you know, like dad, mom, Mel, family, you know, things like that. But those photo books can get expensive. So we'll see. I got all of my wax cubes organized today. And yes, I'm obsessed. These are all of my wax cubes in here. And some of them just need to be thrown away because I don't like them. That's why I still have them, and they're a year old or so. But anyway, other than that, my positive affirmation today is just, I am very self-motivated. I'm a very self-motivated person. I have never been the type of person that you have to constantly stay on and constantly remind. If you say, Melanie, I need you to do this for me, it usually gets done 99.9% of the time. Now, as I get older, my memory is not what it used to be, but I'm a very organized. If you need budgets organized, I'm your girl. If you need paperwork organized, I'm your girl. I'm really good at sorting things and putting things away and filing things. And I know that doesn't sound like a superpower, but it is a superpower. Let me tell you, especially when you live with someone like my husband, who is a pack rat. I call it our organized mess, right? So it works. He brings stuff home and I find an organized and neat and tidy place to put it. Anyway, gosh, I have rambled on forever now. It's Think About It Thursday, guys. You know, it's No Excuses November, and so there's no excuses. I might even see a weight gain. This last couple of days, I haven't been where I need to be. I've only actually had a couple of days where I was in that weight loss macro zone, and it's all because of things that I've done. So I'm not blaming it on anyone or anything. I hope you guys all had an amazing day. Hopefully by this time tomorrow, I will be back on schedule. Even though I had 5 hours of sleep, I normally don't get much more sleep than that anyway on a regular basis. So, that's really all I have for you tonight, guys. I will see you tomorrow with another daily vlog. It is Fierce Fitness Friday. Tomorrow I'm going to take it up a notch. I'll see you with another daily vlog. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.